we know that campers who have experienced trauma in their past struggle sometimes with moving from one activity to the next. And by using music, we are, first of all, softening the blow of change with something that sounds warm and familiar. And it honestly takes the pressure off of us as the adults to say, it's time to do this, because all of a sudden there's music playing and the kids know what to do. So an example of that would be at the end of campfire, when it's time for the kids to go back to their cabins, we always play Hit the Road, Jack. And that's just a signal to them that it's time to move on. We also use it to teach kids about interoception. So being able to listen to their own bodies and recognize the signals that their bodies are sending them. Kids don't always pick up on like, ooh, my heart is racing, or my face feels flushed. Maybe I'm anxious, or I'm getting angry. So using different varieties of music in an activity where we're saying, how does this music make you feel? What made you know that it made you feel that way? We do an activity where I might play like the theme song from Jaws to think about, oh yeah, this makes me feel scared. Now, what does my body feel like when I feel scared? A little bit of very clean 5-finger death punch, which might make you feel angry or, worked up. Going into Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. Roar is a big one, like Katy Perry, that kids will be like, ooh, this makes me feel powerful and proud. So being able to use music in that way to help them think about how their body's feeling, I think is really powerful. Another great thing is the sensory side of music. If you think about a song like Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, where you're reaching and then you're bending down and then you're up and then you're down, or we have one that's like, I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic, and it has all these big motions, and that's giving kids who need it vestibular input. And then you can think of a song like If You're Happy and You Know It, where you're clapping your hands and you're stomping your feet, or you're jumping up and down, and you're getting all this proprioceptive input that's very calming and organizing. And we also know that just the basic repetition and rhythm of music is calming for the nervous system. Even if it's big and loud, it's still calming for the nervous system. So using that in a way to get the kids into the place where they need to be before we move on to the next activity helps them to be good communicators receptively and gets them in a place where they can communicate expressively. This is kind of like a serendipity. It was raining outside. Breakfast was not going as planned, and our chef was like, Rachel, I need 20 more minutes. And I was like, okay, we're having a dance party. And the kids loved it so much. I mean, we did the church clap and the Cupid shuffle. We did the, slide to the left, or whatever that song's called, I can't remember. And it was like, oh, we want to do this every Sunday. So we now have a Sunday morning dance party, no matter what. Each cabin gets to submit a song that they want to use for the dance party. And I think the cool thing about that, yes, it's regulating us. Yes, it's fun, but like music is tied so strongly to memories, both good and bad, honestly. And, we've all experienced the phenomenon when you like hear a song and you're like magically transported back in time, especially like into our youth. And I see this with some geriatric people that I work with. It happens for everybody. And making these memories that are surrounded around music is really helping us create these sensory snapshots, if you will. And we're tethering these positive memories to the forefront of our kids' minds so that they can also use these things to access those feelings of happiness when they might be going through something that's tough at home.